we're going to be talking about what I think is going to be happening to crypto this summer. I think it's going to be a hot crypto summer. I think right now Bitcoin has already broken through some key resistance levels. If you guys been following my video, you guys know what I'm talking about. And Bitcoin is important to be paying attention to because it is the driver of this crypto market. It brings the new money in, and we already have with the breakout there, and I think the money is going to be rolling into altcoins uh, starting now, and I think it's only going to get crazier. Now, what I'm seeing here on this Bitcoin charts, we're going to be discussing real quick in just a second. We're going to be talking about some news. We're going to be talking about some altcoins later in this video. The altcoins we're going to be talking about are going to be TOSHI, Neiro, and Moodeng. So the meme coins, I think there's going to be a lot of fun trading meme coins, especially when more retail interest actually rolls in, and I don't think they have rolled in yet. I'll show you guys why I think that is. Let's also take a look into some. Wait a sec. So if you guys want to skip over to the altcoins, I highly recommend that you guys don't. It's gonna be about the 10-minute mark because I don't trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts dumping, that is not gonna be good for the altcoins. Okay, let's go ahead and come to some news first. This is by Crypto News. Bitcoin price prediction. Bank of America names BTC best currency. Is institutional accumulation accelerating? I'm pretty sure it is because right now I really don't think it's retail that's driving this surge right now. I think it's been institutions. I will show you guys why I think that is in just a second. Let's take a look into another piece of headline here. This is by Crypto Potato. XLM HBAR extend massive gains as Bitcoin stands still despite Trump's new tariffs. Weekend watch. Yeah, if you guys have seen anything about HBAR or XLM, you guys can check out my last video before things actually popped. HBAR, I've seen some pretty massive gains. XLM has been breaking out and extending some gains as well. So altcoins, some of these bigger altcoins are definitely making major moves here. Next piece here is by Cointelegraph. Bitcoin retail interest almost nowhere to be found as Bitcoin taps new highs. I do agree with this headline here because let me show you something. How do I get a gauge of retail interest? Now, this is Google Trends, okay? Trends.google.com. If we actually compare the search volume uh, with previous bull cycles, we're still at pretty low. That tells me that not that many people are actually, across the globe are searching for Bitcoin here, or at least in this case would be the US, right? Not that many people are still searching for Bitcoin here. So, I mean, we did get a little bit of a jump, but if we actually compare it to last bull cycles, let's see here. That would be back in about 2021, 2020. I mean, you can see that the retail interest was huge, right? Back in 2020, 2021, that bull cycle, we are still not, I mean, we're still at 30. So I think it's about to get even crazier if, Bitcoin doesn't dump, of course. We also have other catalysts that I'm expecting that could drive the markets into major bullish territory, including, of course, the Fed rate cuts. Right now, we are still looking at a 60% chance of a rate cut in September, which is, still a majority chance, but it did decrease from, I think, as high as about like almost 90%, right? July, there's almost no hope of a rate cut. So, I mean, when the cuts do actually begin, I do think that's going to fuel this bull market even more. All right, next piece here is going to be by News BTC. Bitcoin price could soar to 146K in the next leg up. Analyst explains how. Yes, that is basically what I had for my price target here for this cup and handle pattern. If you guys been following my videos, I've been talking about this pattern for the past couple of weeks. Okay, so that's going to be good for both Bitcoin and the altcoins, because if there's more room for Bitcoin to run, then there's going to be more room for altcoins to run. Okay, so this cup and handle pattern, price target 145K, about there in that range. And I do think that's going to be the next leg up. Do I think Bitcoin is going to go further? I do think so, because based on the monthly RSI here, okay, based on the monthly RSI here, if we actually take a look at the RSI reading, we're about a 73 comparing to previous bull cycles. We're not even near that FOMO top just yet. But when that FOMO top comes, I will be careful, and I will let you guys know when I start switching my opinion. I am a trader, and my stance is I am gonna be I'm gonna be ready to flip long or shorts given what the market gives me in terms of data. So I'll let you guys know. Make sure you guys subscribe and like this video and comment if you guys have any questions or whatever, right? Let's take a look into some altcoins now. Oh, 1 second, just 1 second. ES1 exclamation mark, also very important to be paying attention to. This is the S&P 500 futures. It opens Pacific Standard Time in the afternoon, and this is basically very similar pattern here, but this is on the monthly time frame. Okay, cup and handle pattern. S&P 500 has basically smashed its price target here at about 6,200. Something to be paying attention to, because if this thing looks like it's gonna crash, which it will later in the later, in the future, because nothing lasts forever. Bull cycles don't last forever. Bear cycles don't last forever. Sideways tradings don't last forever, as we have seen, right? It's been long, but it doesn't last forever. So something to just be keeping in mind of, gauging on when these cycles end and prepare to take action accordingly. Now, this is, of course, my opinions and speculations, and none of which of what I'm saying here in this video is financial advice, of course. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins across the board right now. So, of course, my opinion is bullish at this time. Now, let's go ahead and go to some altcoins here. We're going to be taking a look into TOSHI first and see what has gone on in this market. All right, TOSHI, since the last time we've actually talked about it. Weekly time frame, okay? Weekly time frame. It looks like TOSHI, this meme coin, has actually, still trying to reclaim that weekly 21 SMA, which is about 0.00047. I don't consider it I don't consider the price action having reclaimed a support unless we get a solid candle close above it. Okay, I don't have TOSHI right now, but it is one of those altcoins I would consider taking a scalp if there is I'm in the right, if I think we're in the right situation. So weekly time frames, trying to reclaim this weekly 21 SMA. It would be very good for TOSHI if it can get solid candle close above the weekly 21 SMA, which is the blue line here. I mean, we're way above it right now, but I mean, I need to see a solid candle close here. As you guys can see, TOSHI has broken above it. However, it lost it, and now it's trying to reclaim it. So very important for it to reclaim it as support, as solid support. Now, what has happened with this coin since the last time we've talked about it? I talked about a falling wedge pattern. Price target for this falling wedge pattern is about 0.00079. Okay. Now, TOSHI has broken out of this pattern a couple of days ago. And what is TOSHI trying to do right now? So on this hourly time frame, has also broken out of this falling wedge pattern, which is a pattern you guys should definitely pay attention to. It is a, I would say, the most common pattern that's very effective and simple, that tells you a reversal is likely to happen. Now, price target is going to be about 0.00061 for the smaller, very small falling wedge pattern here. Okay. Now, could Toshi smash its price targets? Uh, that depends on the markets. But given that we are in a bullish market right now, I think very likely it could smash its price targets. What I would do is, if Toshi comes to this price target, nothing is guaranteed, of course. And if it consolidates, then I would chart the consolidation pattern and see if I can get any more clues on if it will continue going up or will it be pulling back from there. Well, I mean, the lesson here is to always to be charting. Okay, continuously chart the patterns and see if there are any changes that I should be aware of, right? Because even after breakouts, it doesn't mean that it's gonna smooth sail to its price targets. Price targets are estimates only, and there could be more and there could be less, and it's very important to continue charting, the candles, to see what it could be happening next, because there could be fake outs as well, and there could be dumps after a breakout. I've seen that many times. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. This is Neiro. What has happened with Neiro since the last time I've talked about it? So it looks like it has actually done some pretty significant moves, and what I'm talking about here is this daily time frame. It has actually reclaimed all of its daily moving averages, and now they're going to be acting as support if Neiro dips or dumps, right? Now, it has claimed the daily 200 SMA, which is very important, right? Now, since the breakout here, this falling wedge pattern again, the price target for Neiro here is going to be about 0.00067. Okay. Now, since the breakout here, it has also formed a rising wedge pattern, which is also a very important pattern you guys should be paying attention to, because this pattern usually tells you that there's going to be a breakdown, right? Let's just say if it breaks down by this point, for example, the price target for Neiro would be about a 0.00397. Okay. Now, there's quite a bit of support between the breakdown points and the breakdown targets. So let's see what Neiro does. Now, this rising wedge pattern usually breaks down. That's what the probabilities are in favor of. However, if Neiro actually breaks this upward trend line with solid candle closes, that would be a break above this bearish pattern, and that's very bullish usually, okay, because we're breaking above a bearish pattern to the upside against its probabilities. So this is basically what I'm looking at for Neiro in the short term, right? If you guys want to, if it does actually meet that price target at about, that target I mentioned, both the upside or the downside, or both, right? Because it could break down before getting a bounce. If this upside price target is met, then I am potentially looking at a upside price target for Neiro here, since it broke out of this bigger falling wedge pattern on the weekly time frame. Price target for this one is going to be about 0.00179. Okay, so that's a pretty big move if this coin gets there. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Is Moodeng. See what's going on in this market. All right, so we have the weekly time frame here. This looks like a rounded bottom pattern, and rounded bottoms are bullish because it tells you after an extensive downtrend here, the bulls are basically buying this up, and since the inflection point, right, since the bottom here it has been making higher highs and higher lows. And why are higher highs on higher lows, especially on a higher time frame, important? Because that's basically the trajectory of an uptrend, right? You have higher highs and higher lows. It doesn't go up in a straight line, but I usually like to open positions, long positions on higher lows. That is a lower risk setup. Now, this is the weekly time frame, right? Let's It has reclaimed that weekly 21 SMA, very important, quite some time ago, at about 12 cents now. Okay, let's take a look into the daily time frame where it looks like there is a falling wedge pattern. Okay, broke out of it quite some time ago. It hasn't done too much. Now the price target for this falling wedge pattern is about 29 cents. Right now, of course, Moodeng is about 19 cents, so there's quite a bit of a way to go. Okay, so what could this coin be doing right now? Let's take a look into a smaller time frame and see if I can get any clues. This could potentially be a falling wedge pattern on the 4-hour time frame, or even a smaller time frame. I'll give you an update on this right now too. So, falling wedge. Okay, this is probably what it looks like, right? Falling wedge pattern on this hourly time frame. How you get the price target for a falling wedge pattern? You basically you measure the opening of the pattern, and then you put it on top of an estimated or actual breakout point. In this case, right here, they'll give you an estimated a price target of about 20, just right above 20 cents there for Moodeng. So a small move, but this is a smaller time frame. So this is basically what I'm looking at for these altcoins, these meme coins. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more updates from these meme coins, or let me know if you guys want to see any other altcoins in this market. And that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.